Hey everybody, it's Adam from Dork Day Afternoon, and I'm here with Dan and Ben from Pink Fohawk, and Jeremiah and Brian from our other crap that we put out.
I'm Brian.
We're on our third episode of this Call of Cthulhu game that we're playing, which is out of this scenario from this Grindhouse collection, and we are playing Nazi Bikers Must Die. And I'm saying all of this because this is episode 3, and if you're watching this now, go back and watch 1 and 2 because that's stupid. You're never going to start in the middle of 3.
You stupid motherfucker.
And we won't judge you.
Who are you, George Lucas?
Yeah. Like, why would you come in on episode 3?
It starts in the middle of the damn story.
Either you start with episode 1 or episode 4. You don't come in on episode 3. That makes no sense.
No, it starts in episode 4. We're going to start with A New Hope, and I'm going to rename it after it goes in theaters.
After it goes in theaters.
He renamed it in 81. What's he thinking?
Yeah.
I was thinking I'm George Lucas.
That's true. I hear he's right about that. I've heard he was proven right about that.
It says right there on his birth certificate.
George Lucas, parentheses, he's right.
For a long time, I hated that man. And then I started to love him again. I was like, man, you know what? That is punk rock. He basically told all of us endearing fans to go fuck ourselves. That's punk rock. Yeah, that's awesome.
Sit down and shut up. This is my story.
Yeah. I'm going to put a band in it that's called Jizz Music. I'm calling it that. And it's going to be in my movies.
That's all right. I have the original version. It's fine. So it's okay. I can watch it anytime I want. So
all still there. All
the evidence is on VHS, Laserdisc,
DVD. I have it on DVD.
DVD. Oh, right. That was the last one that had the original.
Do you back up your DVD, or is it still just the DVD and that's it?
It's a backed up version of the DVD. I don't want to go into too many specifics because I
don't want George Lucas to go get.
I just
it's got the original.
I was
Cantina music and everything.
I was camping
Lucas
with my family this weekend,
weekend,
and like we have like the little TV in the camper with a DVD player in it, and it's super cheap and like. But that's the only way to keep our kids entertained with video is to put a DVD in there. So it's like you got to rewind the clock 15 years back to when we had DVDs. And it's like, but we're so careful with our fucking DVDs because if we scratch them or breathe on them wrong, it's like they're not going to fucking work in that piece of shit. And it's going to be a bad time.
It's a fallible medium.
And I was just like, when you said that, I was like, wait, your only version of like your original cut is like on DVD. Like you better be careful with that.
Back it up.
I'm pretty careful with it. The only times I break it out are to show it to my daughter when it's like, let's watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
This is Star Wars. That's what this one's called. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. That's what they're called.
I like that. A purist, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's, and like you were saying, the punk rock thing, like I appreciate that because it is his vision still, but also like I
keep it around.
I want the other copy still. So,
I was hopeful that Disney, of all people, who bring things out of the vault, because they do that with their own movies, right? They understand the original intent of a thing, but I don't think it exists. I think Lucas destroyed all the original film.
My understanding was that's part of the contract when he sold it was that they can't like re-release the original. Yeah,
it's like Dick. I hate him again. And just
it's kind of like it's almost like Salvador Dali signing a whole bunch of blank pieces of paper right before he died to devalue his signature. It's kind of the same philosophical idea. It's like fuck you all, But
yeah,
Yeah, well, that and he knew he was selling it to Disney, who I mean, they're
Right.
basically
Salvador
like,
Dali did? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
no, they're, I mean,
Maybe.
Disney is basically just this side of like a necrophiliac. I mean, they will really just drive something until it's dead.
Till it's dead, and then still fuck it somehow.
And even then, they'll like Weekend at Bernie's that shit.
Yeah,
After it is dead.
Yeah.
I can still
I mean,
squeeze 5
there's a
cents out of this
non-zero
thing.
chance that Walt Disney shows up as a Nazi biker in this game.
That's true.
So
And Lucas have
not
like
to bury the
Godzilla
lead.
Mothra battle.
I believe
my
his name
shit,
is
Disney.
Dalton Wisney, if I
Dalton
remember correctly.
Wisney might make an appearance
in the
tonight
campaign.
in the jail cell right next to mine.
Charbo Tuckus.
Anyway, that's an anagram. I had a character in one of our games that I made an anagram for his name, and it was Charbo Tuckus. So anyone who
You
likes
should have
anagrams,
told me that. I'm going to be so distracted tonight. That's all I'm going to be thinking these anagrams all night long. Just going to be rewiring every word you say, Adam.
it's not even that.
What does it mean?
It's all clues.
What does it mean? What is this Cthulhu horror?
Yeah, Dan suffers fucking sanity damage trying to figure that shit out.
Roll sanity.
In actual life.
Roll sanity.
We're probably going to play a game, right?
Rock
sorry.
and roll.
I believe we're
Yeah.
going to. I believe
Yeah.
we're going to. Yeah, that's
You
the
gotta be
plan.
careful. We will bullshit the
this
next
pace.
hour just like we did the last one.
Yep. Not at this point, we're not.
No, we got a lot done in the last one. I felt like we
No,
actually.
I meant like tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know how like Disney will do that whole necrophilia thing? Like we'll do that with conversations. We'll do it till it's dead and just keep going.
Just keep beating that dead horse. So I was thinking about necromancers raising dead horses. Sorry. Anyway, I went on a tangent in my brain.
Because why not, right?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Brain.
I was thinking about beating undead horses at that point.
I mean, horses are
Undead
expensive.
horses.
It's cheaper to just raise them again.
Yeah, that's true.
All you got to
Bring
do
it
is feed them
back.
brains, I guess.
Yeah.
If we're going with like the Return of the Living Dead horses
Right.
thing.
Or you can go like the AD&D rules and figure out how much treasure that costs to whatever.
That's where I was going. Because they're a large creature. You might be better off with 2 medium-sized creatures.
Ponies. So you make a halfling, right? A halfling
A
necromancer
large person.
who raises undead ponies.
Sells them on the black market.
That's brilliant.
Sir, something's wrong with this pony.
Well, that's all right. I can't speak anyway
He
because
wears
I'm a
like
little
a checkered
horse.
blazer.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a fantastic joke, and I'm not sure if everybody heard it, but that was very nice.
Brian, you're fired. Get out.
I'll meet you over at Roll 20. We'll get out of here.
Just see them talking. In roll 20.
All right, so as I said when we started this, I think we're playing this Call of Cthulhu scenario called Nazi Bikers Must Die, and all of them are playing bikers that are not Nazis. So maybe we
As far
can
as
do a
you
little
know.
round.
Not Nazis, yeah.
Not Nazis. Not
Yeah.
Nazis.
Wait, no, not 2. No. Only one not.
Not. Don
Not
Knotts.
negative.
Don
Not-
Knotts Nazis.
Not-
1
not
or 3 knots.
Not Nazis.
Knott's Berry Farm Nazis.
And Ben, what's the name of your
Don
biker
Knotts
again?
Nazis.
To remind everybody.
Yeah, Don Knotts Nazis.
Andy.
Don Knotts Nazi Yahtzee Parlor.
All right, Ben
Andy,
is
I do believe we've got to spread white supremacy.
Oh my god.
That was too good.
Brains, Andy.
No, that was.
That's amazing. Don Knotts Nazis now needs to become. Must die. Don Knotts Nazis must die. You just came up with your sequel. Justin, the author of this thing.
James. Yeah,
Justin,
Lord, I
is it?
apologize.
James.
James.
Oh,
All
you're
right,
asking
so
me what my character's
Ben
name was.
is playing a biker who is a retired or no longer working veterinarian
Yeah,
named
he's a-
Ragged Ass Raleigh.
Yeah, Ragged Ass Raleigh, and he's a massive hulk of a biker, but very soft spoken, and actually the most even tempered of the gang, kind of more of the level headed one. But yeah, he's a retired I'm going to say he's on a break, like kind of like a fancy vacation that doctors and veterinarians may do.
Yeah. Right. You're the doctor. Yep.
Whereas Dan is playing PBR or Pabst.
Playing Pabst. Yeah.
The former con man.
Former con man. It says special courier. I don't exactly know what that means, but I'm just going to pretend I do. But ex-con man. Pabst. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he's kind of a smooth talker. He's pretty dexterous. And he is a diehard, dedicated biker to this particular biker gang, the Devil's Pistons, and currently he's in jail, as far as I remember.
That is true. He
in
is
a game, in a
That's
time where cell phones didn't exist, so we're gonna weasel our way through this, or out of this, or into this, however we can. But I'm not in contact with these motherfuckers at the moment. So.
Yeah. I don't think they let your cell phones with you in jail anyway, so I don't think it would have mattered. Just saying.
Yeah, they don't.
In the 70s in jail, I'm like dead. I don't exist.
In New Mexico? Yeah.
Jeremiah is playing a former clergyman named Rabbi, who's part of the Devil's Pistons.
That is accurate. Yep.
Any other details you want to give us about that?
He's kind of a small guy, and generally prefers a peaceful resolution over violence, but also, if it needs to happen, then so be it.
If they must die.
Right.
If the Nazis
title
must
is-
die.
If they're Nazis, they must die.
Then
If they're going to go their own way, that's cool. They can go away. Nobody gets hurt. Or, not. Or not.
C, not C.
Nazis.
You're right. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
I feel like you're at odds with the title of this game.
Nazi
but
bikers
I'm-
might die.
I'm the counselor, though. I'm the cleric, as it were. So I'm the healer.
It's a question mark at the end of the title. Nazi
Yeah.
bikers,
Nazi bikers
must die?
Exclamation point, question
Must
mark.
they?
Yeah. Who typed the question?
Ellipses.
You know he'll read anything.
The author's just like, no.
If you saw the weapons I have, you would understand why I'm like, no, we should have a peaceful resolution. Because if anybody's dying, it's me.
You guys have sick weapons? Because I don't. And I guess maybe I could tell you that now, but maybe I'll tell you it later. Because I got arrested, so I assume they would take my fucking weapons. I only have none.
Probably.
I have
Yeah.
nunchucks. That's all I've got.
Well,
maybe
I
you
mean,
guys
we
have
could
some
assume
sick
they're
weapons, but
on the bike. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true.
yeah,
had
but they're
nunchucks?
probably not on you.
You had a
in
weapon?
jail.
You had a weapon. I did. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about that, but now that we're reintroducing characters, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
but maybe that's a thing. But you just said you had sick weapons, and I'm like, well, I've got nunchucks. That's it.
That's fucking awesome.
It is
That is
awesome,
pretty cool.
but
Well,
it's
you
not
had,
really a
yeah, past
ranged
tense.
weapon, if you know what I mean.
No.
But
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And
Sorry.
Brian is playing Holler, a pet owner.
Holler, yeah. I got Poe, which is a terrier who basically lives inside of my vest.
wait, what?
For the most part. Yeah.
That's the thing? That was
Yeah.
from last time?
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
had a
he
pet
just
in
kind
your
of peeks
vest
his
this
head
whole
out of my
time?
vest every so often.
What was must have been fucking wasted last time.
That would explain the kiss.
Yeah, you have
I did. I was reeling after the kiss, and I
That was
started
early.
questioning my own sexuality and my characters. But I
That's what I'm here for.
and then Holler, he as we talked about last time, Holler, he drives kind of a rat bike, kind of something that's cobbled together.
yeah.
But come to find out, it's actually a lot of it is pieces and parts from his old 18-wheeler that he
Oh hell yeah!
wrecked into a Civil War monument, and that's why he no longer runs truck driving.
Wait, hold on. Is that actually in the... Wait, hold on. Is that in the character, or are you just fucking making that shit?
No. That's I'm just going along with what I got.
Are you
to work with.
serious?
Yeah.
So
I have a
he
tiny dog
wrecked
that
his
lives in
big
my
rig?
vest.
Now, let me ask you this. Did he like do it in Alabama and then like the state of Alabama took his license away because he ran into a Civil
Well, I
War
think
monument?
this. I would
because-
assume that this probably happened closer to like Pennsylvania, somewhere where I would
Closer
picture
to
a northern
Gettysburg,
state
yeah.
where the
Yeah.
not the Alamo or something like that, but more like the Gettysburg kind
closer
of
to a Union
wrecked into a
victory.
Civil War statue.
Yeah.
Because the Alamo was not part of the
The
Civil
Alamo
War.
is not Civil War era.
Yeah.
It predated it a little bit.
That's awesome.
But he trashed his 18-wheeler at a Civil War monument, and that's what he used kind of to cobble his bike together before he ended up at the Devil's Pistons.
Piston.
Pistons.
Oh, he's French.
Yeah. No, he just
He's French Creole.
overemphasizes the pissed on part of the biker name.
Gotcha. Piston.
His name's actually Harley.
That's awesome.
All right, so the last place we left everybody
Sweet.
was Brian's character, the one we were just talking about, Holler, was coming back in from the desert after having been at some creepy farmer's place.
Yes.
The rabbi and forgetting the name,
Ragged
Ass
ass.
Raleigh.
Ragged Ass Raleigh are waiting outside the DMV, which is closed right now because it's after hours, and PBR is sitting in a jail cell.
Yeah.
And he had just made a phone call to Ostander, Nigel Ostander's house, and left a message
That's right.
on some sort of machine that takes messages, which was probably not something you guys have seen before. So that's actually written into it. I didn't make that shit up.
Okay, can I ask you a question real quick for posterity? So I wrote down a note that says Sweet Sally, and then you had a phone number.
That was from the bathroom stall at the gas station.
See what I mean when you get obliterated and then start taking notes at the end of a session?
So Paps
Least
took a mental
important detail.
Paps
Sweet
took
Sally.
a mental
What the heck
note
does that mean? You got
of
that
Sweet
from
Sally's
bathroom wall.
phone number, and but he placed a call with Nigel Ostrander, Ostrander. And how
Yeah.
did he know that? Because he heard the name.
Because your contact, when he gave you the job in the first place, told you guys the guy's name, and it
I
was
looked
Nigel
up in
Ostrander.
but I must have looked up in the phone book, right?
And
We tried to.
Deputy Bill gave you a phone book to look it
Phone
up
book,
in.
and I left
Yeah.
it, and I left the message, and then he was sitting there listening to the message, right?
Right. Yeah, we ended with that, but that was more of a like dramatic cutaway than like player knowledge.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So that was meta knowledge that
Love
you
it.
guys don't know, but you know.
Love it.
Player knowledge, not.
The characters don't know that they don't know it, but you guys know that they don't know it.
Okay.
Right.
We
Sick.
barely know what we know.
I don't know what I know.
So, what are we talking about? It's like, we're fine.
Let's kill some
Fine,
Nazis.
These guys don't know anything.
Let's do it.
It's a weird banana. Anyway,
Yes, no, yes, no, yes. I should buy a boat.
all right. So yeah, we'll start in with where do we want to start? I think we should start with Holler. All right.
Hell yeah.
So we see Holler coming back into town from the desert, and we open up with that. We hear the engine of his bike just as he's like pulling back into town. Poe's peeking up out of his vest, and
I love Poe.
yeah,
I love
You
And
just
you come-
learned about him.
and you come pulling into town, Brian, from the south. Where are you planning on going, Brian?
Well, I mean, Holler was trying to just. He was just trying to get kind of away from everything. So, I mean, he's really just kind of cruising, keeping an eye out for any hide nor hair of law enforcement officers or the rest of the Pistons here that we got. Also trying to kind of keep a looky-loo eye for the bookstore.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to get his bearings back.
All right, so you're coming in on this road here in the middle of the western side of town. And you were also trying to stay away from the cops, if I remember correctly. Like the cops had kind of been driving around town looking for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And,
first and foremost. Yeah.
Yeah. And originally you were supposed to meet back up at Kowalski's in 10 minutes, but you guys are well past that at this point. So, so as you come up from the south into town, roll me a luck roll, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Luck roll is.
Get lucky, Brian. Come on.
That's a 17 out of
Woo!
65.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're going along, I think is it Edwin Avenue right here? And you get to the intersection of Edwin and 3rd Street. And as you do, you kind of glance over to your left as you're getting to that intersection, you know, because it's a stoplight. So you got a red light and you kind of pull up. And down to your left, you actually see, because I don't think that's anywhere else on the map, so that I'm not changing its location. Yeah, to your left, you see like the sheriff's station. And the reason why it kind of jumps out is because, one, there's a big, you know, sheriff's star kind of sign out front of it. And two, you see a flatbed truck out front of it with Pabst's motorcycle on the back
My
of it.
fucking hog's on that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like out front of the sheriff's
dang.
station.
My to recap, my 1938 Indian Chief motorcycle with a shag carpet seat, right there.
That's like my
there's
favorite
only
detail.
one of those. There's only one of those.
Yeah,
Is
it
that
sticks out
his?
like a sore thumb.
That's not going to be gross in any way, shape, or
Google
form.
it, guys. It's beautiful, beautiful.
It's not going to be all sweaty and stinky from like the chaps
Like a
at all.
sponge. Just soaks up the fucking swamp ass.
Interesting fact about Pabst is he doesn't sweat, so
Oh,
that's fine.
it's probably from dehydration.
That sounds hazardous.
Probably.
Yeah, that sounds like a health problem. You should probably talk to
It's a Cthulhu game. It's
your
a
doctor about
it's
that.
a mystery. It's
Your
a mystery of the
veterinarian.
universe.
But also, Brian, to your right, you see another sign. It's kind of like tucked away off on the left-hand side of the street on 3rd Street. To your east, you see a sign for Ostrander's Books. What do you want to do?
Oh, dang.
So a block to your west, Sheriff's Station, Buddy's Bike. A block to your east, Ostrander's Books.
For player knowledge, which intersection is he at?
He is at 3rd and Edwin.
3rd and Plump.
Oh, yeah. Of course. All 3rd and plump. 3rd holler down, plumb at the end of it.
That's where Bob lives.
Well, I mean, Holler ain't one to leave, you know, a buddy behind. So I think Holler's going to go kind of
Fuck yes.
scope out the sheriff's station.
Let's crack this egg.
See what's going on with his buddy's bike there on the trailer.
All right, so you pull down and you go a block down to your west and you head over to the sheriff's station. What do you mean by you're going to go there? Like, what are you going to do when you get there? What is your plan?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, Holler's going to take a look at the bike on the back of the, the rollback truck there, and probably try and talk to whoever's hauling it. You know, as a mutual hauler.
Hell yeah.
Holler to
Hey.
holler.
Yep,
Holler.
yep. You know, man, that's a mighty fine rig you got there. You did a great job tying that down. Where did you get that bike at, and do you know where the owner is? Those kind of things.
Oh, yeah. Man, all I know is the sheriff told me to pick this bike up and bring it here. So I, picked it up down from Kowalski's a little bit and, brought it over here. But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking bike. I mean, that seat looks like it might be kind of gross sometimes, but might need a, good vacuuming, I guess.
Oh, well, I mean, that seat is as clean as can be, really, because it's clean as a whistle. The seat, I don't believe that gentleman sweats. even though he wears assless chaps.
And no pants.
That's why he doesn't sweat. It's breezy.
But yeah, I mean, the sheriff just asked me to, bring it over here, so I just.
So when they normally do that, do they bring the feller there in like inside? Is that what normally happens? Like,
I mean,
or do you drop
usually,
the bike here, or
I mean, the most
like
common
an impound lot?
The most common vehicle for me to pick up would be Whiskey Pete's, and they'll have me pick him up sometimes, pick his vehicle up, take it over to the impound, and then they ask to come and get it. But I mean, I usually don't have to wait here that long. But yeah, I mean, Whiskey Pete's I take to the compound a lot,
You just air quoted compound, so
yeah, I mean, it's my house, It's like I got my yard with like a fence around it, and
I got you.
When Whiskey Pete lives up to his name a little bit too much, they pick him up, and I drive his car over to my place, and then he
right.
comes and gets his car later on,
I got you. I mean, obviously you know some of these fellas that work around here. I mean, is there anybody that I might be able to talk to I don't know, try and help my buddy out here who it seems to be is involved in what is a grave misunderstanding?
Well, I mean, the Deputy Bill's inside if you wanted to, talk to them. I mean, they probably have your buddy in there. If I'm picking up his bike, they probably have, he's probably in there. They wouldn't just, have me pick it up for no reason.
Well, I understand that. I guess. Yeah, if they didn't pick him up, it would be odd that his bike was here and he was not.
Right. Unless he abandoned his bike.
Right. Which,
right.
I mean, in assless chaps, he is not known to walk very far.
That's why he got pulled over.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Those
assless chaps live up to their name.
Well, I mean, I appreciate your help, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And you are doing a mighty fine job hauling that product. I guess I will head into the sheriff's department to see what I can do about my buddy.
All right, sounds good.
All right, sounds good.
Later, you hippie. And all right, so we see Holler heading into the police station. We cut over to Rabbi and Ragged Ass Raleigh, and you guys are still waiting outside the DMV. The sun's starting to set, getting that pink, red colors kind of shooting across the sky. What do y'all want to do?
Oh, damn,
you haven't seen cops in a bit. So.
Shit. I let this dirt cake on here for too long. He's got a toothbrush and he's scrubbing the disc rotors on his brakes, trying to get the dirt off of it. I knew I should have been keeping this up.
Some of the road a little bit of breeze ought to take that off of there.
You think so?
I think so. You just got to drive it a little bit more, and it'll be all right. You think enough time has passed yet?
For what?
Well, we still got us the book to find, and
that's true.
We're missing 2 of our compatriots, so I guess we ought to at least find the one the cops pulled over. Because pretty sure Pabst, he's probably sitting waiting.
Oh
for us to come get him.
Yeah. No, we got to figure out what happened to him. I think maybe too much time has passed, if you put it that way.
I'm pretty sure Holler's gonna circle back at some point.
Yeah.
But I bet we can find him at the station if we head down there.
I get that feeling as well. It's weird.
It's 1970 and we don't have cell phones. We know one of our friends got arrested.
Yeah.
Seems like a reasonable place to...
We got to be real careful, though. Rabbi. What are we going to do? What's our cover?
There's no cover. We didn't do anything wrong. I mean, the most they can do is stop and talk to us, right? We know our rights. Even if they hold us, they've got, what, 2 days? Then they got to turn us loose. We haven't done anything wrong.
Right. We did run from the cops, right?
Well, they stopped and we kept going. I couldn't hear them over the pipes. Could you?
Dang, when you put it that way.
Just didn't hear them.
I also got this dirt caked on my brakes.
Right?
I probably couldn't stop if I wanted to. It's dangerous.
dirt on the brakes, dirt in the ears. You know, it's riding in the open is kind of loud.
Yeah. I think you're right. All right. I'll follow your lead. Let's head on over to the sheriff's station.
All right, let's head on down. Do you know where it's at?
Let's get this adventure together. Maybe we should go to where our other players are.
Maybe we ought to bring the party back together before we split it again.
Yeah. I mean, Dexter's a small town, but not that small.
I think I heard Haller's bike not too long ago.
I thought that was my stomach.
Holler.
Do not judge my accent.
I'm judging it.
And he was going to take his dust cover off his bike and wrap it all up and put it back, kick his bike on. His BMW, 1973 BMW R90S.
Right. Which one of you has the better luck between the two of you?
I got a 55.
You have a better luck than me.
Okay.
Roll, Jeremy.
Okay. 35.
Okay. Woo. So as you guys are starting to get on your bikes, he's taking the dust cover off. You hear a couple motorcycles, at least 2, maybe 3 bikes, like down a couple blocks from you to the east. Like,
that's too many.
And you see them from where you are. They start cutting across whatever that road to the north of you. I'm going to assume that's a continuation of 2nd Street, and they're headed west. And you see like 3 bikes go by, and they look like the ones that you had seen earlier at the gas station. You can see the Nazi symbology on there, or symbolism, whatever, symbols.
Fucking Nazis.
on their motorcycles as they go by. But they're coming from the east, headed west along 2nd Street. Yeah.
Rabbi spits into the dirt.
Raleigh waves because he's the
nice.
Small town mentality. Yeah, he can't help it. So going by, he recognizes him. He got to wave.
Does he do the biker wave or like a wave?
Wave.
Okay.
He's real big on this bike.
I didn't know if he was doing like 2 fingers down.
I think Forrest Gump, hand on the hip, wave, big wave. Them fellas from the gas station, Rabbi. Damn, they're hauling ass.
They're heading east, and
No, west. They're headed from the east to the west.
Yeah, they're headed west. I really do wish I knew what they were here for. But I don't like the fact that we're here looking for a buck, and they're here at the same time. That gives me a bad feeling. Let's go get Paps.
Let's do it. So we're going to ignore the bikers.
Okay.
And keep heading on for our goal.
All right, so you guys loop around. You start headed over to the west, the same direction they are going in. Okay.
So I guess we're not totally ignoring them, but we're...
Yeah, we're going to have to follow them to a certain extent to get there.
Just wanted to point that out.
I'm getting real nervous. The dust is still in the air, and I'm just getting real nervous about my bike getting dirty.
Yeah. So as you pull out onto 2nd Street and you take a left to head west, when you look over to your right, you see an older woman out there in her lawn, and like she's kind of looking around and sees you all.
Rabbi's going to pull off to the side and talk to her real quick.
Well, she's down the road, like a block or so. She's like about a block and a half down the street.
On Lincoln?
No, on 2nd. I'm saying to your right. Like you come up to the north, take a left on 2nd, but before you take a left on 2nd, when you look to your right on 2nd,
oh,
when you check both ways to make sure there's no oncoming traffic,
That's absurd.
You see this woman on 2nd Street, down about a block and a half to your east.
Gotcha.
You can go talk to her. You want to?
Yeah, let's go talk to her because we don't know where the sheriff's department is. We don't know where the sheriff's office is.
Fair.
I'm not going to ask the Nazis.
Yeah, that seems
like a bad idea.
The people to ask, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head east and start driving down the street a little ways to go talk to this lady that's outside. Brian, you come walking into the sheriff's station and you see Pabst back there in the cell because he's already made his phone call and everything. And you see a deputy at the front desk when you first walk in. He's got a little name tag that says Bill on it. He's like, can I help you?
Yeah, there, Bill. You appear to have my compatriot locked up in the clink there. I don't know as to what for, but
Oh, well, the sheriff wanted to run license and registration, make sure there weren't any warrants or anything like that. We'd had some trouble lately, so we picked him up under suspicion. A couple crimes.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. But I mean, did you run that? I mean, that guy right there, he's clean as a whistle.
I mean, it's being run right now. Sheriff's running it right now. It
All
takes
right,
a bit,
I mean,
because he's got to
just-
call. He's got to call the state, and then they got to, call
I mean,
people.
we ain't even been in the state, so I mean, I don't know how long of a list you could have to run there.
Well, I mean, it takes a long time. It's not like there's like some sort of magic place where we could where information's consolidated all in one place, where we could look it all up
Right.
easily
Like some kind of base for data.
Right. Some sort of conglomerate of information.
Like
that
a
just
web,
doesn't exist
if you
yet.
will.
Well, a bunch of webbing that went out to all these places. I mean, man, that'd be amazing. Whoever invents that's gonna be fucking. That's gonna be
Probably become
brilliant.
president.
Technically, it does exist, but it's owned by the U.S. government.
Yeah, they're using it for the DoD.
Nukes. Yep.
But yeah. And so I mean, it's going to take a little bit. The sheriff's got to do his due diligence.
Is there anything I can do to expedite my friend there? Because I mean, we do have some appointments we need to get to.
I mean, do you have a friend that's able to expedite a background search?
I mean, do I look like somebody who has a friend who can expedite a background search? No, I have a tiny dog.
That's kind of my point. I mean, that's what would expedite this process.
Bill. You see, you're not following me here, son.
No, I'm not.
You have him in the clink. We have appointments that are outside of the clink. How do I get my friend to where we can get to the appointments that are outside of said clink ahead of said schedule of said background checks?
I mean, why would you need to get him out before the background check's done? That sounds
because I
a
didn't
little
need
suspicious.
him in the first place.
Right. Well,
The him in is an interruption in the plan to said appointments anyhow.
Well, I mean, then maybe y'all should have pulled over when we asked you to pull over nicely.
He did.
He did. The rest of y'all
And see where it got him?
drove off.
Hence why the rest of us rode on, because we would be late for appointments that I already have mentioned.
Roll charm, actually. Roll charm.
Appointments.
Or whatever you're trying to do.
Love our
Whatever.
bikers.
You
What's
tell
the
me what
skill
you're...
for bullshit?
Yeah. I believe charm is the skill for bullshit. But you tell me what you're trying to do, which skill you think works with what you're trying to do.
I am trying to.
Is the con man able to give him like? I don't think there's advantage in this game, but is there anything the con man can add to this roll? Chiming in.
I don't know if I'm within earshot.
You're within earshot. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I have that's even remotely related to what's going on here would be psychology.
Fast talk.
So,
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
I would say this would be like fast talk at
Nope.
this point. What you're doing.
Well, I guess fast talk is the skill for bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a
That's
fast talk
literally
of
the
60.
skill for bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the real world too.
yeah, and
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
So that would be the con man who would be able to help me with that because I got nothing.
Minimum 5%.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing. You're saying I have a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'll tell you what. If he's there too, you tell me what you're saying too, con man, to try to assist in this process, and I'll give you the bonus die, Brian.
So what? So describe the setting here. So I'm sitting here in the clink in this little cell that's within distance of the front desk, and there's just one person in the room behind the front desk. His name's Bill. Is that what you said?
Yep, Deputy Bill. Yep.
And then
The sheriff's back in his office, which is like not out in the main area. It's like in a separate like glass area where he can see out, you know,
Deputy Bill.
and you can see him, but he's in a set, and you can see him like on the phone.
Now, I want to ask you a question.
Mhm.
In the previous session, I got arrested, and I got a little greedy, but I pulled sleight of hand, and I think I pulled a set of keys, but I also
Handcuffs. You
I
pulled
went,
the
they were
handcuffs.
handcuffs.
You went for the handcuffs and the gun.
I went for the handcuffs and the gun. I got the handcuffs, but not the gun.
Right.
So I did,
Normal police procedure before they put you in a clink is to pat you down too. So
but I have a sleight of hand of 70. So I'm wondering how that stacks up. Am I to assume that I have nothing that I have acquired or have? Am I just like in this cell? Like, what do I know about my personal state?
all right, tell you
Assless
what.
chaps.
All right, so you might have the handcuffs on you, but this is what I'm going to do. You have to roll that with a penalty die. So that's where you're going to roll 2 dice for the tens digit and take the worst one as your tens digit. So it'll be whatever the higher of the 2 is. You take that and then the ones digit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll my tens digit twice.
Yep, and take the higher one.
And take the higher. Okay.
Yes.
40.
Okay.
0,
this
0.
is a-
So I got 40 and 1. So I got 41.
Well, what was
wait,
it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, then the
You took
41.
the better
Okay.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
41.
Yeah. Yeah, you take the higher one. Yeah, because the 001 would be a 1.
Right.
Right.
Right, so
Yeah.
I got a 41.
Which would be fucking amazing. Okay.
So I got
Out of what? What's your
What versus a what? What was my against
sled? Whatever.
It was
We'll say
70.
sleight of
hand.
hand 70. Said
Okay.
70.
So
So-
that is a normal success
Okay.
because it's more than half. Right. All right. So I'm gonna roll his looking for it now.
I gotta use fucking handcuffs, but I'm just curious what I have here.
You have a pair of handcuffs on you.
I have a pair of fucking handcuffs.
Yeah. You have the ones on you, and you that you were trying
Now,
to pick.
am I still in handcuffs?
You're
the
still in
cell?
handcuffs.
I'm
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in handcuffs because you were trying to pick them. Was what you were trying to do. Like that was kind of where we ended. You were trying to pick
Right.
the lock, but you failed that, and then
Right.
but you have the the other set of
have
handcuffs
a
on
set
you
of
somewhere.
handcuffs.
So you do have a set of handcuffs on you. 2
So-
sets of handcuffs. one set that's hidden and one set that's on you and not hidden.
And
Deputy
assless
Bill's-
chaps.
Yeah, and assless chaps.
Which
So I'm gonna
changes
say-
the whole
so I've
interaction
gotta-
with the back pocket and all that, by the way. The assless chaps.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to chime in. I'm just kind of
prison
leaning in.
pocket.
I'm leaning into the bars here, listening. I'm just listening to the conversation that's happening up front. I'm just saying, listen, Bill. Listen, Bill. My friend here, like he said, we've got appointments. We've got appointments to be at. Now, I'm not exactly even sure. I've never been read my rights. I don't even know what I've been arrested for. It literally has not been said on this podcast what I've been arrested for. I do not know. I do
Assault.
not know what I'm here for. And I'd like to
Wait,
know.
I think that actually came up.
And
Assaulting a police officer.
I mean, I tripped. I tripped, but you know what? Where's my lawyer? Don't even know. And as I'm talking with my fast talk of 60%, I have pre-pulled out the handcuffs, dropped them to the floor, and I have used my sleight of hand of 70% to kick him over, sliding across the tile floor to a bud at the front desk.
Okay. Why don't you roll the fast talk then, and we'll assume Brian's assisting you, and and so you get a bonus die. So in this situation, you roll an extra 10s, but you take the better of the two.
Okay. So an 80 and a 60. Oh, but my fast talk is a 60.
That means
And a 0, a 6-0. I got a 60, and it matches my 60. Do I get it?
Does that work?
Do I fucking get it? Do I fucking get it?
Tell me what it looks like.
Oh, that's awesome.
Listen, Bill. Bill.
Whole time
Bill.
we cut over, we see the sheriff on the phone.
Listen, Bill. Like I told you, we've got appointments to be at. I just placed a phone call to our friend Nigel. What's his name? Ostrander.
Your uncle.
Ostrander. Yeah.
The Ostrander.
Your uncle.
He's my uncle. He's not feeling well. We got to get over there. We got to check up on him. I'm sitting here in handcuffs in a cell. Why do I have handcuffs in a cell? You tell me. I don't understand that. I don't understand the double security of the situation. Double the steal. I'm sitting here. I got to be somewhere. People need me. I don't have
Brian.
a lawyer.
While he's talking, the handcuffs get kicked over to you and slid across like a hockey puck. Shh. And the whole time, Deputy Bill's like, what, like trying to get a word in edgewise. And you see the handcuffs slide up beside you. Deputy Bill does not seem to have noticed.
Well, what am I supposed to do with this jewelry? I mean,
You look over to the left and you see the glass enclosed office, and you can see like the side profile of like the sheriff, and you can tell he's on the phone. He's not like looking out at all.
We cut in on his lips, and you hear him say, "Assless chaps." Telling someone about him.
oh yeah, he's talking about him. He's talking about him.
Oh shit! He's telling someone about him.
All right,
It's super slow mo, and it's like really assless chaps. All
Right
of
at
this
that
is in
moment,
super slow motion.
In my continued rambling, I said, God damn it. I mean, when are the bathroom breaks? At the very least, let me take a fucking piss.
There's a toilet over there in the corner. It's got a water fountain on top too. So
It's clogged. The thing's fucking clogged. There's a pile of shit over the top of the seat. Where's the piss gonna go?
but try the fountain drain. That'll work.
I gotta drink it.
really? And he's got appointments, and you're
That's
gonna
where
make him
Whiskey
piss
Pete
in a
usually
fountain.
pees.
You're gonna make him.
He's
You're
got
gonna make him
appointments.
pee in the fountain sink. This is unsanitary and ridiculous, even for myself.
Your pug is in your jacket.
All right, so we cut back over to the rabbi and
the front door.
Jesus Christ, the rabbi and Ragged Ass Raleigh.
Ass Raleigh.
Ragged
I
ass.
don't want to keep forgetting that Ragged Ass Raleigh.
It's fun to say it every time. I'm fine.
Yeah, and you come pulling up and you see that older woman that was outside in her front yard. And what are you guys gonna do? What do you want to say?
Excuse me, ma'am. We're new in town, and we're actually looking for the sheriff's office. Would you happen to know exactly where that's at?
Yeah. I tell you what. Roll. This is supposed to be a roll. Charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade. Whichever thing you are trying to do.
I'm gonna go with charm. That's
Okay.
what it seems. Yeah, that seems like the only thing I got.
Charm her up.
Oh, 49 under 55.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
I mean,
nice.
the sheriff's office is just down on 3rd Street. On the west side of the highway. It's just down a little ways, a couple blocks past the highway. But yeah, it's just right over there.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Also, we're looking for a bookstore. I'm a fairly literary
Nigel's?
man.
Nigel's Ostrander's books.
If that's the name of the bookstore, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That is what I'm looking for.
It's right over. It's about a block away from the sheriff's station. Actually, he lives right over here, right down the street from me.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's right over there. It's actually the next house right beside me. And you look over and you see the front door is wide open to his house. It's like, yeah, I think a couple of your friends actually stopped by a little bit ago, and we're over there. They just went off, I guess. I don't know where the hell they were going.
The two Z's that kind of cockeyed.
yeah, they had something weird like that. I swear I've seen that before somewhere. I was never good at school, so history was never my forte, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so I don't really know what that meant. It looked like some sort of Hindu symbol, I think.
Bless your soul.
Repurposed.
That might have been repurposed by another group of people historically,
history, but
ruining it for everybody else.
She's good at older history.
Well, she's an older lady, right?
Yeah.
She lived it.
Real old.
It's a weird
I grew up in India.
Somehow she missed all of that, though. I love it.
Oh man, but yeah, they I think those men were your friends or something, but they went down that way, and but yeah, that's Ostrander, Nigel's house right here.
They
Well,
were already fucking there. Okay.
ma'am, is he home right now? Do you know offhand? I
I'm
guess
not
if he had visitors, I guess we could come call him.
Yeah, I mean they came out of his house, so yeah. That gentleman with the big bump on his jacket, like he had a big bulge sticking out. I don't know what was underneath that. It was kind of weird.
I think I saw that man in passing at the gas station. But they're not exactly friends of ours, but we did see them at the gas station. If he's taking callers, I do have a specific book I am looking for. It's a old kind of.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's
literature,
taking. I don't know if he's taking callers or not, but I mean, he's that's his house.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not his doorman or nothing.
Well, right, I understand. Well, I mean, the door is ajar, not ajar, but it is open.
Right. Yep.
Perhaps
open.
Perhaps he'll be interested in some more visitors if
Oh, maybe. I'm not.
He
quite
looks
sure.
like he's got an open door policy.
Yeah, I mean, his door's open. I mean, it's right over there.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. You have been just a gem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And just so you know, if you see any more fellas with those symbols, you should go inside. Close up the door. They're not nice folks.
And maybe call the sheriff.
Call a sheriff.
Okay, all right. I'll remember that. Well, it's nice meeting you, gentlemen. If you need anything else, my name's Sally. So anything else?
Wait, what?
Just let me know.
Wait, she's an older lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Is she sweet?
She seems very
pretty
nice.
sweet so far.
She seems pretty nice.
Pretty like a sweet Sally.
Maybe.
Perhaps. Whatever you do, don't eat any food in your house.
No.
I promise.
Would y'all like to come in?
No.
No, we're fine. Thank you. I'm going to lean over to those the guys from the gas station.
Those were the guys from the gas station. Same ones that crossed down that just passed us. I think they beat us too. All right, Miss Sally, we're going to go next door and talk to your neighbor down here and see if he takes special orders for books, as it were.
All right, so you're going over to Nigel's house.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you go walking over, and as I said, the door's open, right? But as you get closer, you notice that not only is it open, it actually, you can see like a little bit of debris on the ground from where it looks like it had been kicked open.
Rabbi reaches into his shirt and pulls out the medallion he's wearing.
What the fuck is that?
And he
Nice.
just kind of holds it in his hand, just waiting.
What's it look like? What's the medallion look like?
I wish I knew. I'm not educated enough in this regard. It's the Seal of Solomon.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
So it's a...
If only we had this like conglomeration of information where we could like look up what
Doesn't exist.
things were or like what things are or information and or images. That'd be great.
Okay, there's like 9 different
I like
ones.
that the rabbi doesn't know what it is, what his medallion is.
Yeah.
There's like
He's
9
a Jewish
different
rabbi
ones.
who doesn't know what the Seal of Solomon is on his
just pick
medallion.
one.
That would be sick.
But, oh, fun fact, 1973 is actually when they started creating the TCP/IP network. Anyway,
Oh.
that I was looking up. The Seal of Solomon, I have no idea. Anyway,
Raleigh reaches in his pocket and takes out some Tic Tacs. Spearmint pops one in.
are they actually amphetamines?
Maybe.
He's on a diet.
They're like
He's trying to shed a few pounds.
they're like terrier pills, animal medicine, animal tranquilizer. Calm down, Raleigh. It's gonna be all right.
He's taking Special K. That's what
Yeah,
he's saying.
Falling down a hole.
He just blacks out. All right. So as you start to get closer to the door, like I said, you see the debris from where it looks like it had been kicked in from the door frame, right? Like you can see that, and you pulled out your medallion, and Ragged Ass Raleigh's taking the amphetamines or the ketamine and Tic Tacs. I'm sorry, Tic Tacs. And
Spearmint.
so
Spearmint.
which one of you has a better listen? Actually,
He does for sure.
I got a 60.
go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
Listen.
That is 20 under 60, so that
Okay.
is real good.
A hard success. Yep. All right. So before you even get to the house, like you're still on your way over there and you just had noticed like the debris from the door jam, and you start hearing like a muffled sound of a voice like coming from inside, but it sounds like someone talking with their mouth full, right? It's like,
Shit.
and then like through that you start hearing like, put it somewhere safe, she said. Somewhere safe. Somewhere safe. Spear's hole is safe. Put it, but if those bastards find it, they'll find out. They'll find out. And you just continue hearing that as you're walking. towards
Rabbi
the house.
continues to walk faster, but not trying to make a scene to draw attention.
Okay. So as you're getting closer, you can just hear that louder and louder. Put somewhere safe. Somewhere safe. And you can start hearing like the sound of like crumpling paper mixed in with it. Like it's like paper and chewing and murmuring kind of sound, like all mixed together. As you get to the front door, you see a man sitting in the middle of this room. He has all these like Hummel figurines kind of like all over the place on the walls.
Yeah.
It's just like they're on display everywhere. There's like commemorative plates, like pictures of Elvis all over the place, like big velvet, like those fucking velvet poster things of Elvis, right? Like everything from like early Elvis to like Vegas Elvis, right? And it's like front and center in the middle of this guy's living room is just like fucking caped Vegas Elvis, you know, like velvet fucking wall bullshit. And you see this man sitting in the middle of the room, and he's got this like he's got a book, right? And he's like cramming pages of it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Ralph, stop.
Somewhere safe, somewhere safe.
I'm gonna run over and bear hug him. Raleigh's a big motherfucker too. Try
Okay.
to stop him from doing this.
All right, roll. What do you think that is?
You got like a grapple or something to unarmed? What is your unarmed?
My unarmed is I have fighting brawl 55%.
Ooh.
I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. 68.
God damn.
Fucking Raleigh.
roll it with a bonus. Actually, roll it with a bonus. I should have given you a bonus die on it.
So I rolled a 10 again.
Yeah,
Rabbi would help as well.
yeah. It's still just one bonus.
Okay.
50.
58.
Well, 58.
Anna.
So it's still over.
Still over. Yep.
Yeah, you come up as you come up to grab him. He's like, "Rah, rah, rah." He's still murmuring. He's like, "Escape, safe," and he's like cramming these pages in his mouth. But you do notice, Jeremy, as he's doing this, it doesn't look like it's a really old book. It looks like newer-ish. It doesn't seem to fit the description of what you're looking for. It's like he had books at his house. You know what I mean? Just like normal, more modern books, not stuff he was selling at his store. So it looks like books that he had, and he's just like cramming pages in his mouth. He's like, but he like scurries away from you. Oh, they'll find out. They'll find out. They'll find out.
Who's gonna find out? Who's gonna find out?
Tell you what, this is where it's going to be a different role. Do you have psychoanalysis, either one of you?
I do.
I do too.
It's almost like this was written with characters that are good at shit.
Weird.
Weird. It's kind of cool where you guys ended up too. Roll psychoanalysis.
What do you have for psychoanalysis?
60.
Or do we roll independently?
Oh.
Whoa.
Wait, what do you have?
60?
60.
Tell you what,
Raleigh's,
you guys can team up, and I'll give you a bonus die on it, which
I
means
got-
take the better 10s.
I got the lower at 35, so.
Okay.
all you.
All right. Bonus time. 70.
God
Come on,
damn.
baby. 10.
There you
So I
go.
just rolled a 10.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's it.
That's a hard success, or
That's
an
a
extreme
gorge.
success.
That's extreme.
Yeah, yeah.
Booyah.
All right. So you tell me what you guys are saying to him. Tell me what you said.
I must say, I noticed that was a fine Elvis the King tapestry out front. You like Elvis? What's your favorite album?
And he kind of pauses for a second. He looks at you. He's like, "The thunder. There's thunder. When they left. But I like Vegas Elvis the best. But anyway, that was your question."
Same. Yeah, they say it's sad.
And
when
he's
he got
kind of like
fat.
slowly putting
I think
pages
he
in
was
his mouth
just
now.
happy. When he got fat, I don't think that's sad at all. I think he's just happy, enjoying his success. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I mean,
Still
you're the
cramming
king of
pages
rock
in
and roll. You're not going to enjoy yourself? Am I right?
I think Elvis might still be alive at this time.
I agree.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
Was he alive in 73? Was it 74 when he died? Anyway, regardless, he's still putting pages in
That's
his mouth.
ridiculous. Elvis will never die.
My mama told me that I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. Maybe you could quit cramming that paper
Yeah, it's
into your
pretty
mouth
rude.
and talk to us.
Pretty rude.
They'll find out. They'll find out. Spears house. Spears hole is safe.
Spears Hole is safe.
1977.
They'll see. Reach him or not at some point. You don't understand. You don't change. You never change. You are the portal. And he just keeps cramming paper in his mouth.
Is that the?
They'll find it.
Is that the spear hole? Is it the portal?
You're the portal.
I'm the portal.
You. And then he looks over at Rabbi. You are the portal. Portal. You are the portal. So, I almost choked out a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's what
there
happens.
for a
You're
second.
eating paper. It's not meant to be eaten. Oh shit! I'm gonna Heimlich him. That's awesome.
And we end right there. That'll be a good ending for episode 3.
You are the portal.
Yeah.
We are the portal. You and me and
Choking on pages.
Where's the
Yep.
Okay.
That was fucking cool.
So, see us next time. See, yeah, something like that. We'll end right there, and
See
we'll
us,
see you all next time.
blah, blah, blah.
And blah 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 blah.
Bitty, 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 bitty. That's all, folks.
I'm gonna cut away before that. Well, before that.
You do the bitty, but you're pretending to eat paper still.